Hey boos and poos, welcome back. Welcome back. Now, we're going to watch today with the Family TV. Yes, y'all going to watch it with me. You heard me. We're going to watch the Family TV. Denver man exposes snitch in interview and kills him 4 weeks later. Wow. Let's get into it.
It's when the family feels.
I don't know if finish on the question.
No, go ahead.
And then you said you got 17 years. How did you get to 7?
17? Oh, how did it get to 7?
Yeah.
So 17 non-violent in prison. If they give you 17 non-violent, you're automatically eligible to see parole half of that time.
Right.
So half of the time it'd be 8.5.
Friendship when you got in?
Nah, for sure, friendship. I mean, but when I got locked up, though, it's not like anybody was making me do anything,
Right.
But you know how African parents just...
Yeah, that's right.
They let everybody blame
You went from me
each
down,
other.
you went from me this side. That's the pointing finger people.
Exactly. So, but I know me. When I sat over there and realized it was decisions, and I was in this little program, like right before I got out, I was in a little program, but it was cool. But they had this quote that said, a mistake made more than once is a decision,
Right.
And I understand that, like, that was continuous bad decision making,
And then that's your habit, routine.
Yeah, bad habits. I can say that.
Yeah, no, okay, that makes sense.
Go ahead and answer questions. I don't want to finish on the question.
As we always say, fam, revenge don't have no date on it. Today we talk about a story of a man who waited 7 years, just 3 months after being released from prison, to allegedly kill the man who told on him to give him 17 years, serving 7.5. Not to mention, he allegedly talked about it in the interview he did just a month and a half after being released from prison, which we'll later check out clips. According to local officials in Colorado, this man is a member of the African Mafia, one of 28 members of Sudanese gang.
Wow. Okay.
That were indicted in 2016, known as the Kings of Denver, or KOD, as they say, fam. Some forgive, but they don't forget. Today we go over this story. We see who involved, we see what led up to this, and we see where we stand today. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Fahmy Mohammed Tajar, an African kid from Sudan who went to Egypt and came to the USA with his family at the age of 11. At just 19 years old, a senior in high school, he was convicted of multiple burglaries around the metro area of Denver. He was one of 28 individuals indicted in a prolific burglary ring case that authorities in Colorado deemed were members of the African Mafia. It started back in 2015, where authorities claimed they were responsible for more than 50 burglaries in Denver, Colorado. The 28 suspects faced 139 counts ranging from racketeering to burglary and theft. It had alleged that the ring operated in Denver since late 2013. Now, Muhammad was one of 7 men who was accused of leading the burglary ring and violating the Colorado Organized Crime Control Act. The indictment said the group called itself KOD, or the Kings of Denver, or the African Mafia. Now, Muhammad was already in prison for some years before that indictment had happened. He'll later explain why and how that happened in the interview. But that indictment alleged that the group was responsible for breaking into more than 50 homes and stealing a little more than $400,000 worth of property. Many of the items taken include jewelry, electronic, credit cards, guns, and automobiles. They were also accused of causing more than $23,000 in damages to buildings they broke into, including a building owned by the Colorado Historical Society. Denver District Attorney's Office, quote, they would target homes they thought
They just reckless. Damn.
no one was home. Go in and simply take anything of value, end quote. The indictment alleged the crime ring made money by selling the stolen goods online, on the streets, and to pawn shops. The owner of All American Pawn Shop is also named in the indictment. for knowingly buying items that were stolen. The shop was closed Thursday. There was a sign posted on the window saying, "Sorry for the inconvenience, attending to personal emergency." Now, out of the 28 people named in that indictment, a little less than half was incarcerated. And the other half, they managed to have house arrest after cooperating with law enforcement. In November of 2022, Muhammad would come home. And in January 2023, he would do an interview talking about his case and his experience while incarcerated. But check out what he had to say on how he got 17 years and how the youngest under him allegedly told on him just to get probation.
To get into it like that, but he basically wanted to come over here to basically like heal himself.
And then you guys came here. How was life? Like, how did you see life compared to Egypt and, North Sudan? I mean, you were living though. I don't.
You was a lot going on.
Yeah, it's like your parents decide and you just go.
Yeah, you gotta go with it. It was cool though, Like it started getting faster,
Yeah.
Sudan is more like a little bit like rural, like country, It ain't city. Then Egypt is more faster.
Yeah.
Denver is even faster,
Yeah.
So it's like it's just getting faster.
If you don't went to New York, then it would have been
even
faster.
So I want to pick you back. You asked about the friendship when you went in. Okay, the first time I would say probably maybe when the news broke up, because you say you went there prior, we didn't knew until when the major news broke up.
Yeah.
So how did you receive that? What was going through your head when you know, like, okay, these were the homie that was kicking with them,
And
and
they
now
start telling on it.
yeah.
They start telling on it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
That's what happened. Because, it doesn't make sense how you were in already. But then they got.
There's like 4 or 5 people that's telling on it.
Where they at now?
6 feet deep.
So were they like, he's the reason or he's the leader?
He keep guns, this, that, all type of stuff.
So I will assume the reason so that they can get lesser
Over time,
over time.
Did they get lesser
Yeah,
time?
they got probation.
All 4 of them?
Yeah.
So hold on, y'all. Is it 4 people that killed him? That was killed? Is he the one? Like, why would he talk about it and do what?
So how did you find out?
I read it. I read the paperwork.
Damn.
My lawyer. I can even watch the video if I wanted to.
But you're like,
No, I already see it. I seen it though.
So there was a video recording of those.
Yeah, in the interrogation room, they gon' record all the time.
Damn. What was going through your head at that time? Like, damn, niggas, we were kicking it. We were.
I already knew something was up when I seen my face on the news. I was already locked up, So I knew something was up. I figured.
But when you gotta do the still here in Denver or they move away, they can look at you in the face.
No, they can't look at me in the face. I don't know if they still out here. I ain't out here looking for nobody.
he had to make that clear.
Yeah. He's not looking for anybody. He doesn't want you guys problem with stuff.
I ain't tripping. I'm just saying, trying to live life.
Yeah.
Stay out of prison.
Okay, so when you. So friendship wise, like there's no even like, maybe they were pressure, none of that stuff. It's like, that was foul.
Yeah, just because knowing, when you living in the street life, there's certain codes you gotta abide by,
Yeah.
And when you like, okay, this is what I want to do, you gotta live by that.
Because you know what you got into, what you got yourself into. Okay, that makes sense.
They got grown. It's not like they was kids.
Yeah.
They grown.
They knew what they were doing. They got permission.
Again, I ask you, is he really talking about this on the radio, y'all? Is he really? What?
That's crazy. And 5 years.
I still, some of my friends, I still got some friends that's still in there on that same case too.
Really?
Oh man, yeah.
Is it more for good behavior or bad behavior? That's why they're still in, or
Bad behavior.
Okay. And how do you think prison changed you?
Prison?
Yeah.
The best way I say prison changed me, it made me more patient. I was more impulsive, you know?
Yeah.
Just react, you know?
And
do it. Don't think. Just go.
Yeah.
Now it's more like sit back, think, play chess, you know, not checkers. What's your next move?
He answered those questions in that interview very well. And I'm not sure if this was planned out, but according to authorities, just 4 weeks later, March 1st, 2023, at around 8:20 a.m., near East Exposition Avenue, the police department said officers responded and found a man with the gunshot wounds in an apartment parking lot. He was taken to the hospital where he's pronounced deceased and was later identified as 30-year-old Marcus Payne. That morning, Marcus left his apartment where he lived with his girlfriend and baby for a job interview. According to a press release from the 18th District in their parking lot, Muhammad and the second suspect had been laying there waiting for 3 hours in the bushes. Quoting, Mr. Payne was approached from behind and shot 8 times in the back, arms, and legs, killing him, end quote. Evidence showed that Muhammad and others were angry with Payne for speaking with police during an investigation years prior.
You better stop motherfucking lying. Did he really talk about this and then go do that? You better hush your mouth.
Calling him a wreck, the police department used numerous surveillance cameras to track a stolen car that Muhammad used to flee the scene of the shooting. The car was found, which provided additional critical evidence for the prosecution. The agency did not go into further details of the nature of that evidence. And in February of 2025, the jury convicted Muhammad of murder in first degree, conspiracy to commit murder in first degree, a retaliation against a witness, and aggravated motor vehicle theft. And now, he headed back to a place where he got accustomed to doing the same thing every day to let his time go by, as a judge sentenced him to life without parole.
I think 2,500 people, $100 commissary. Every week.
And the prison's making the money.
Making money. Killing the game.
Damn, I wonder why they won't let us. Let me shut it.
Yeah.
Oh man. So when you were in there, how did you spend time? Because like, you know, outside your time will go faster. Or in there, like, you feel you are into this small room. Or how do you spend time?
So like, if like say you get to this place, say like when I got to Sterling, at first the time will go by slow, you know, because I'm not getting used to it. But once you get that pattern going, like okay, I'm gonna wake up at 8.
Girl, booze and shit, I don't even know what to say. Listen, this is ridiculous. So you get out, so only carry your ass back in the Lord have mercy. Listen, y'all watch what I watch, right? Thank you for watching this with me. What in the world is going on? Y'all comment down below and tell me what you think. What you don't think. What you don't know. I don't know. And remember, if y'all haven't subscribed to the Family TV, please subscribe. Awesome. Awesome. You hear me? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this with me. Remember, if nobody told you today what? I love you. If nobody told you today what? You gonna make it. You gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. Let's get to just praising ourselves, learning ourselves. Remember, keep who? God first. Thanks for visiting Pam's Perspective. Peace. I'm out.